My name is Trezher-Njoh Malafa, and I'm a senior here at Knox College. I'm from Flint, Michigan. The water crisis itself and how that was an issue that a lot of people feel very like it was unjust. There was no real justice for this, and the people in charge of our city lied to us about how dangerous the problem was, and then they tried they still kind of try to play it down like it's not a problem, like the water crisis is over or something. And it was just more like you see things on the news saying boil your water, there's some sort of contamination, make sure you boil your water before you eat or you use it, make sure any water that comes out the sink is boiled, something. So that was one of the indications, but I myself, like right off the bat, I couldn't tell in my own home exactly what was going on, because a lot of what they say about the lead water is that a lot of it's not detectable. You have to have like some sort of scientific instruments or something to measure lead in concentrates of water, and so it's not something I could notice with my eyes. Now there are parts of Flint, and I think in the beginning there was a lot more like different colored water, brown water, and I think that was from just switching over to the Flint River water.
I mean, what can you really do? Like, what incentivizes a person to really try to do better when every option you've given them is something just, oh, here's a liquor store. Oh, you're already poor, so I just feel like there's no way up.
Right.
It just feels like you're there, this is where you're at, this is how you're gonna live. We provide it, dollar stores, we provide it, and here's the thing though, like, there are people in the city of Flint that work hard to try to make Flint a better place, and I think the current mayor of Flint right now, I believe is doing a lot of hard work to make Flint better. But generally speaking, if you look at, like, I guess more of the recent history of Flint too, Flint was already a bad city before the water crisis. Right. So I'm just like, when you think about it, and it gets all this attention now, it was already bad before. It was already bad enough to be considered, a problem. So why is it that it took this to get attention? And that's the problem I have in general, is that, like, we have to wait until people are so deprived of things or so abused. And I just feel like, and then finally people can care. I think it's good people, the citizens of Flint, people are resilient, they're strong. That doesn't change the fact that it's strong. It doesn't matter how strong it's wrong. It should just not be dealt with. It shouldn't be something anyone has to tolerate. But unfortunately, it's more than tolerating, you have to live through it.
How has, like, the water crisis changed, like, the way you use water, or, like, the way, and, like, how do you also feel about when people are being excessive with water and, like, wasting it?
Well, I have mixed feelings about stuff like that, because again, like, for me, water was just a thing. I didn't have to question water for years. It wasn't until very recently that I just had come and, like, encounter with, oh no, now all of a sudden I can't even drink my water. So in light of that, I look at people who do that and say, enjoy yourself to an extent. But unfortunately, it sucks to say, but it's like you never know when, so for some reason, you're not going to be with it. And I think it's something that people should really take a lot more, less for granted. It's something that is not only important and central to life, but is unfortunately not available to everyone. And when you do have it, instead of just looking at it and saying this is just whatever, I guess it can give you a sense to appreciate the fact that you do have what you have. And that's always, I definitely look at it like places like here, even though it's not perfect, you can still take a shower forever and not have to worry about, oh, what kind of weird rash am I going to break out in? Or how is this water going to affect me in a few years down the line? Well, you never know. I honestly look at water in it hasn't, like, made me grateful for every cup of water I get, because I'm a citizen, right?